Instead of one picture, engineers use something called a multi-view drawing, a set of front, top, right side, and isometric views. Today, I'll show you how to read those views, understand the dimensions, and turn them into a part of your own using Fusion. Let's get started. The first step in any multi-view drawing is to choose the front view. There are a few rules on that. Here are kind of the basics. So we really want, and here's the key, it's to show the best shape description. Oftentimes, it will have the longest dimension, but not always. And also, we try to really minimize the hidden edges that we have. So this is the actual 3D printed part. And what we're looking at, here's our front view. So typically what we do is we have this part printed with the letters and we can hold them up and I can say, all right, on the front view, what letters do you see? And you would respond with C and E. And if we went to the top view, there you would see those letters. Same thing with the side. And then here would be what the overall multi-view looks like. You do have the top, you do have the front, and you do have the side view. Those would be correct. And those are where those views go. The front view is always in the bottom left, the top view is always in the top left, and the right side view is always on the bottom right. The isometric would always be in the top right. In using the terminology that we just had, here's our front view, here's our top view, and here's our side view. And notice I've kind of colored these in for us for now just to keep them straight for us. So what we've got to do is take these dimensions and create the part. We're going to create this part together, but we'll do some back and forth. The first thing I want to do, though, is I'm looking at the overall dimensions of this piece. The front view here, I'm going to start with just making a long rectangle. So I'm looking at just that green side, that's the front side. So I think what I'll do is I'll make the rectangle, and then I'll do a cut here and here. So let's do the rectangle part. The overall height of this is not 0.75 because we still have this chunk here, right? So it's 1 inch, and then the overall length is 2 inches. And then the extrusion, the thickness of it, would be 1 inch. So I'm looking at creating a rectangle that's 2, and then 1 and 1. Let's do that in Fusion. So first, here's our Fusion Essentials folder. Let's go ahead and save, right? Remember, good practice. So we're going to call this Lesson 6 Multiviews. And again, make sure Fusion Essentials is there. Click Save. All right, now to maximize screen real estate, I'm going to toggle that data panel. I'll go into sketch mode and I'm going to choose our front plane. Kind of pan that over to give me more space. I'm going to start with a rectangle. And remember what we said, we're going to make this, it's going to be 1 inch tall, it's going to be 2 inches long. Okay, so we can press enter on that. And now we're going to press E for extrude. And this is also going to be 1 inch. Okay, so everything is going to happen out of this space. That's what we've got. Now remember, if I want to center that, I can just press the home key or the home icon. This is actually the isometric view. All right, let's go back to our sketch. Let's take a look at that. So we've got the overall volume, if you will. Now what we're going to do is take a look. How do I get this chunk here out? And then we'll worry about this one. So we've got some dimensions. It says from the bottom, it's 0.75, and then over from the side is 0.75. So those are nice numbers to remember. So let's go to Fusion. I'm going to choose Sketch, and I'm going to get on that front view. See over here on the view cube, it tells us it's the front view. All right, I know it does something like this. Got a shape that looks a little like that. Now, here's the thing. This 0.35 you're seeing there, that's not really all that helpful. What I'm going to do is just throw this thing in there because I know it looks something like that. And I'm going to use the dimensions. So I'll say D for dimension or click the icon. And I know from here to here, it told me it was 0.75. And then I also know from this side or this point, it doesn't matter. From here to here, that is also 0.75. Now we could go ahead and extrude that. We could go ahead and cut that. But we also know we had a chunk missing over here too, right? So let's go back and take a look at that. We got a little chunk missing there. And it looks like just doing some math, some basic math here. The overall is 2, and then from here to the edge of that is 1.5. So I could just say 0.5. And then it looks like 0.5 as well. So again, nice, easy numbers to play with. But if we're not really wanting to do the math right now because we're just, we're still green at this, we're still a rookie, we could say from here to here. So let's do that. First thing I'm going to do, though, is in my sketch, I'm going to draw this chunk. So let's go to Fusion. I'm going to take that rectangle tool, and I know that in this corner it does something like this. Okay, now go to Dimension. I know from here to here it's 0.5. Now, I did do some math, and it was 2 minus 1.5. Or I could just say, all right, from this point or this line to here, where this line is, that is supposed to be 1.5. Okay, so I've dimensioned that the way I need to dimension it. I could click Finish Sketch or just press E for Extrude. And once I do, I'm going to click that and that. Looks like I'm going to have to rotate a little bit, and that's fine. Orbit. Press Escape to get out of orbit, and then drag this arrow back and click OK. And that is the actual drawing. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. In order to get graded on this, though, let's go ahead and throw up physical material on there. And we know how to do that. So we'll right click up here on the title. We'll say physical material. And let's go to metal. And let's just choose aluminum 6061. So we'll just drag it over. Click close. And now, before we call the teacher over, we'll right click and we'll say properties. And then that'll pull up those numbers for us. So there's our physical properties, and those are the ones we want to show our teachers. What you should do next, obviously, is to save the file, right? This is lesson 6, and make sure you save it. What you really should do, if you look in this PDF, and it's linked in the video description, there's another one in there you can try.